Welcome back to my channel. My name is Tom. I'm a recent graduate from UCLA and as well as a productivity coach. Now today I want to walk you through 2 studying strategies that you can implement right away for this upcoming finals. They actually helped me go from 2.2 GPA to 3.7 at UCLA, and they helped me maintain that 3.5 plus GPA consistently every single quarter. Now, before we get even started, everything that I do here in my channel is based off of my own transformation at UCLA and of course my students in my coaching program. Now, that means you're not gonna find them anywhere online because they're literally coming off of my brain and my personal experience. So that means it is gonna be really important that you pay attention until the end, because these are not just tips or hacks you can use just for one time, right? These are rather a long-term sustainable systems and strategies that could benefit you not just for this semester, but next semester, following semesters, a long term, so on and so forth. So make sure you stay until the end. That way you understand what's going on entirely and fully, and then you can implement them. Now with that, let's get started. The first one is called a checkpoint studying. This is actually one of my favorite studying strategies here because this is very useful when you're studying for exams such as finals and midterms, and when you're trying to memorize something. So for people who are studying biology and chemistry, especially organic chemistry, this is for you, right? And also when you're going over something you haven't been really understanding quite well. So here we go. Now, let's assume that you've been studying in blocks of say 30 minutes with 5-minute break, 30 minutes with 5-minute break, 30 minute, 5-minute break, so on and so forth, right? You're going to use that 5-minute break as a checkpoint just to make sure you have understood what you just did for that past 30-minute studying session, right? Essentially what you're gonna do is you're gonna go back to the pictures that you saw, definitions that you read, formulas that you just saw, and problems that you just solved. That way you make sure that you didn't leave any details out there. Here's where you need to be a little careful here, right? During that 5-minute breaks, or rather that checkpoint that we're doing right now, right? What you need to be really doing is not just going over them or just reviewing them, right? Rather, I want you to pick something that you weren't really able to understand fully and 100% and pick them out and study them, right? Of course, in that 5-minute check mark or checkpoint or break, you're not gonna have enough time to go over everything. So if you don't get to go over everything, that's completely fine. You just can leave a check mark next to it and move on and come back to it at a later time. One question you could be asking here, right? Hey Tom, you haven't really taken an actual break here, right? You haven't really gone on your phone yet. You haven't really talked to your friend. You haven't really stood up yet. You haven't really gone to the bathroom, right? And that is completely fine, right? Here's my definition of taking breaks, right? As long as you're stopping at some point in the middle of studying and do something else and then continue with it, your brain thinks that, oh, this person's taking a break, right? You don't need to necessarily go on your phone to take a break. You need to go to the bathroom or talk to your friends and all that. No, as long as you're stopping at some point and do something else, which is checkpoint in this case, and continue with it, your brain thinks that, oh, it's a break. So you don't need to go to the bathroom, go on your phone every single time you take a break. It's extremely important that you keep that flow of studying going, right? Once you break out of it by taking actual break, meaning going to the bathroom, going on your phone and all that, it's going to be extremely difficult for you to get back to that focus mode. Now, of course, you can take actual break, meaning going to the bathroom and all that, every 1 hour, 2 hours or so, but you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that every single time, right? So there we go. Now that leads me to the second studying strategy. Now, the second studying strategy is called a 5-minute rule. This is going to be very useful for people who tend to procrastinate a lot, just like I used to, and people who have usually the hard time getting focused and getting started with their work, right? Now, this essentially helps you focus better and faster, right? Now, when you begin your studying, you want to go ahead and start with that 5-minute sessions, the short bursts, right? Rather than just studying a long, right? Until you start focus, and then after that, you can continue with your whatever studying strategy you use, such as 30-minute, 5-minute break, 30-minute, 5-minute break. One thing that you have to be careful here, the mindset. The mindset you want to implement here is, if I can study, if I can stay focused for 5 minutes, I can do twice, I can do that 3 times, I can do that 4 times, right? And then if you can do that several times, you can do a longer sessions, right? That's how you start the sessions, right? To explain a little better, right? As you know, 1 hour studying and 12 times of 5-minute studying sessions, they're essentially the same thing. They're same amounts, they're equally 60 minutes, right? But 5-minute studying sessions sound a little easier, right? Of course, I know it's 12 times is a little much, but as you know, 5 minutes goes really quick. It's really fast, right? And of course, the point is, you're not gonna do all that 12 times anyways. The point is really after a few 5-minute sessions until you start focusing, and then you can go ahead and do a normal studying sessions, right? Nobody does a 12 times all that, okay? Now, these two studying strategies that I just walked you through are not just for the sake of this finals upcoming. They could be for homework, projects, essays and exams, any kind of readings, any kind of studies that you do, etc, etc, etc. Okay? If you want to build a time management systems and strategies that get you 3.5 plus GPA in college, not just that, a healthy school life balance going on. You want to maintain between your schoolwork, internship, research, part-time job, family, social life, your hobbies and all that. Just go to my Instagram page right here and shoot me a direct message with the word success. I'll reach out to you personally and get back to you and see how I can help you. That way we can finish this semester strong and get ready over the break. That way, by the time you start your next semester, you're 100% ready to go. Now, remember, information without implementation is completely useless. So we're gonna take action right now and talk to you soon and see you soon.